thanks for tuning in. Today's a really fun video. I'm going to do an updated Hermes collection. If you watched some of my latest videos, you'll know that I've been doing some shopping at Hermes and that I've been able to make some really awesome additions to my collection. So I thought it was appropriate to do an updated collection video. My last one was from April of last year, and there are definitely some changes and a lot of additions since that time. Don't have the largest collection by any means like that, but I know these videos are really fun to watch as well, so I wanted to go ahead and do that before this year ends. Can you believe it? It's already like October. I'm going to go by different category. I think that will be the easiest for me to make sure that I don't miss anything out. As always, there will be little chapters or timestamps on the video player, so you can fast forward to a specific section if you want to just focus on that. So let's get started. If you're tuning in for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your favorite part. All of your support really means a lot to me. I have one ready-to-wear item, so let me go grab that. This is the single ready-to-wear item that I have in my collection at the moment. I recently purchased this when I went to Hawaii. If you didn't watch my Hawaii haul, I will link it up above because I scored some goodies there, and including this piece right here. This is actually from the menswear collection. I'm not familiar with exactly which collection it's a part of. I want to say it's a fall winter collection because it's like a padded t-shirt, but I'm not sure if it's like fall winter 21 collection or if it was like a past season. I'm going to move over to SLGs because I actually only have one SLG as well. And that SLG is my Compact Bearn Wallet. It is in lipstick pink in Tadelakt leather with gold hardware. This is the one and only full-size wallet that I have in my collection. It's really the only one that I need. I've had this for many years now. It's still my favorite full-size wallet that I have, and I absolutely love it in my collection. I've done a follow-up video on these, and if there are any other kind of related videos for specific items, I will link them up above, but also in the description box down below. So make sure to check them out. I have a lot of videos that go into a lot more detail for specific pieces that might also be really helpful for you as well. Next, I will move on to accessories. I actually think accessories might be the biggest category of items that I own from Hermes. I'm including things like jewelry, hats, scarves, those kinds of things in this bucket of accessories. I'll start off with jewelry. Here are the cute jewelry boxes. I believe these are costume jewelry boxes. I have two bracelets in here. One is the Kelly Dog Tour. This is also several years old. It's in Bordeaux Swift leather with gold hardware. The other bracelet in the box is my lizard Bougainviller. I butcher that color name every time. Rivale Double Tour bracelet as well. This is the one that I picked up from the Hermes sale in New York a couple years ago. And so sale items don't come with boxes, which is why I house them together. The other costume jewelry piece I have is this Clic Clac H. This is one of the Enamel bracelets. This is in rose velour with rose gold hardware, and this is also a piece that I picked up from the Hermes sale. Last but not least is the fine jewelry piece that I have, and this is the new Farandole bracelet that has rose gold, that has a rose gold chain in it as well. Otherwise it's sterling silver and rose gold. So this is the first fine jewelry piece that I have. It probably won't be the only one. I have two hats in my collection. The first one is this, I believe it's called the Nevada cap. It's in neon pink neoprene. I purchased this last summer. And as you can see, it is neon. It's like highlighter pink. It's actually a really good hat to wear if you need to be well spotted because it's really hard to miss. The other hat is a little more appropriate for the cooler weather now, and I don't know if this hat actually has a name. This is from the men's collection as well, but it has gold leather and like a khaki cashmere like head part. And this is a super beautiful, like understated hat that I'm super happy to have in my collection. I have two keychains in my collection. One is the Too Speedy. I think that's what it was called. It's Too Speedy. Age sterling silver keychain. The other one is a Carmen Duo, and I have this in Rose Jaipur and Malachite, I believe, are the two colors on this. If I sound like I'm going through these pretty quickly, it's because I don't want this video to be super duper long, so I'm just quickly going through them to help share the pieces in my collection. And like I said, there will be related videos in the description box down below so that you can see them in a lot more detail, get more information, all of that good stuff. I'm going to move on to the silks in my collection. I do have quite a few silks or scarves. One is this, I believe these are 90 centimeter scarves. We picked up from the Hermes sale as well, but this is actually from the men's collection, but it is a nice blue scarf that looks kind of like a computer chip. I have a couple pocket squares as well. One is a vintage pocket square. It says Hermes Cellier on it in this really pretty pink color. I do think this is a motif that is like a constant though, and comes back time and time again, because I have seen something really similar on the Hermes website before, like in more recent times. This is the other pocket square that I have. It's a really fun design. This is, I believe, of the flagship store in Paris, and my boyfriend got me this for Valentine's Day one year. It was super cute of him. I love the colors on this pocket square though. I have a couple cashmere blend really large stoles. I think these are 130 centimeters, but don't quote me on that. The first one is a tiger design, and I picked this up from the Hermes sale in this like burgundy color. It has a beautiful tiger on it. So this is definitely one of my favorites to wear in the fall time. The other cashmere scarf that I have is in the Clic bandana print in this gorgeous green color that I picked up earlier this year. I think you can see the keys in the middle and how it makes like a whole bandana print. That's not it for the accessories category, because I still have a few items to share in these cute boxes here. I'll start off with the ones that are in the heart boxes. The first one is a little heart-shaped, I think they still called these like a twilly. It's a heart-shaped scarf, which is adorable in their like the signature Hermes ribbon print. I think they call it a burdock ribbon, and it is so cute. So I picked this up for Valentine's Day last year, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it was last year, but you can see by how creased it is that it doesn't get that much love, unfortunately. A lot of you were suggesting that I frame this piece, and I'm still considering doing that. I just need to find a place to then put it in my apartment. And this is the Hermes Tea Time Twilly. I think it's upside down. There we go. And it's in the black color, and you see the multicolored hearts on the back. The last twilly that's in its box is another special one. This is a really fun twilly in the Jungle Love print. This also came out for Valentine's Day. I got this after I got my yellow Birkin because I have the Jungle Love twillies on that bag. I'll share the twillies that are on bags when I review the bags, but these are twillies that are still in their box. This twilly is also sort of looking for its bag companion. I haven't found one yet. Initially I thought I could put it on my Constance, but I don't really like twillies on Constances anyway, so I'm just waiting. I know there will be a day where I add the bag that is just like perfect to go with this one. Oh my gosh, I forgot to share my Rodeo. But recent addition to my family is this Rodeo. I also picked up this cutie. Oh, sorry, this is a Rodeo Pegasus. I also picked up this cutie from Hawaii, so you guys may have seen that. It is in a gorgeous pink and blue colorway. I'm super, super stoked about this. Also feel like it could look really cute on actually a lot of my bags. So yeah, I'm happy to have this Rodeo in my collection. I think the last category to get through before we get to handbags is going to be shoes, and I have a few pairs to show you. The first pair I'm really excited to share are my Chippery sandals. I got the Noir with shearling. These are super, super cute on the feet, and they are actually really comfortable. I will do a more in-depth review or first impressions on these shoes in a dedicated video because they are newer to my collection and I just started wearing them. But so far, so good. I like having them. I don't regret purchasing them, but I do have some thoughts that I will be sharing, so stay tuned for that video. The oldest pair of shoes, and this might even be the oldest Hermes piece in my collection, are my Oran sandals. I have them in a metallic silver. They're like an Epsom leather with the black footbed, and I absolutely love these. I've done a few videos on my Oran sandals already, so I think you guys know how I feel about them. But yeah, these are pretty much like my favorite summer sandal. The last shoe in my collection are these Kennedy loafers. I also picked these up from the Hermes sale and absolutely love them. I really do. I have not been a huge loafer wearer before, but these have really turned me on to loafers. I think these are, I just love that they're also white. They're perfect for the summertime. They're also super comfortable, really easy to wear, really easy to style as well. So huge fan of loafers now. I also really love the Hermes loafers. So this is the last shoe in my collection. You may have noticed, or you may be wondering where my Aloha sandals are. I recently shared some tragic updates, if you will, to my Aloha sandals. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but a lot of you guys were like, you should reach out to your SA. That doesn't look normal. And I didn't think about that before I made that video. So after the video, I reached out to my SA. She also agreed that it was very strange. She actually reached out to her management, who also reached out to Paris to see if they could do anything about them, whether they could repair them in some way or something like that. They could not. They determined because they are rubber kind of TPU material shoes, they could not repair them, and they didn't have another pair that they could replace them with. So my SA actually offered to provide a refund. That's also why I felt less guilty about getting the Chippery sandals, because I knew one of my sandals were no longer in my collection. Okay, and before we lose any more sunlight, I'm going to dive into my handbags. I have 5 Hermes handbags in my collection. I will go in the order that I acquired them. Starting out with the baby in this vintage orange dust bag. This is the first Hermes piece that I ever added, and it is the Hermes Vespa in the TPM size. This is actually a discontinued model, but I'm pretty certain it's the precursor to the Evelyn. As you can see, there's a little chain toggle that you pull through, and that's how you close the bag. It's in the signature orange color. It is in a leather that I feel like is sort of like Epsom leather, but I think it might have been the precursor to Epsom. And it is a crossbody style with non-detachable straps. I picked this up on eBay from a Japanese seller, and I loved the style. It was a great way for me to try out an Hermes bag, try out the leather and the craftsmanship, and that's really what started this now crazy journey of building out my Hermes handbag collection. The next bag I added to my collection was actually my Picotin 18. This is in Magnolia in Clemence leather with Palladium hardware. As you can see, there is a twilly on it. I purchased this twilly probably 6 months to a year before I even purchased this bag. I went ahead and I just got a twilly. I didn't really have a handbag to use it on, but I just liked the twilly, so I got it. And when I picked up my Picotin, it was perfect to put on there. So they've forever been matched together, and they are not allowed to get a divorce, basically. I got from Hermes Waikiki in Hawaii. This is pretty much what has launched my entire journey. Actually, all of these handbags I purchased from Waikiki, which is pretty crazy. But this is the next bag that I added to my collection, and this is when I knew that I would be okay with a handheld bag and know that I can be okay with a Birkin style, basically. After that is the addition of my Birkin, which is crazy. My Birkin was the following year from after getting my Picotine, also from Waikiki. I was fortunate enough to make another trip out there. This Birkin is a Birkin 30 in the color Jaune Ombre, also in Clemence leather with Palladium hardware. You can see I have two twillies on here. They are the Jungle Love print in the blue motif that have a little bit of yellow accent, and so that's what prompted me to get these twillies for this bag. I got these at the same time and they're pretty much married as well. They're not allowed to get divorced. The following bag I added to my collection the following year was this Constance 24. It is in the Etain color in Epsom leather with Palladium hardware. This I purchased in 2020, the summer of 2020, and I think because of everything that was going on, I was actually able to get this shipped to me because I was not able to make it out to Hawaii in 2020, but I still purchased this through the Hawaii boutique. And then last but not least is my most recent addition to my collection, my Kelly Touch 25 Cellier. It's in black Madame Vaux leather, Vaux Madame, I can't remember which way it is, but it's Madame leather in gold hardware, and it is gorgeous. So it has Madame Vaux leather on the body, and it is the croc on the handles, the sangles, as well as the clochette. I like that the clochette has some croc on it, but I feel like it really dresses up the bag. So when I'm going for a really dressy look, I think I'll put the clochette on there. But if not, I think I will leave it off and just wear it pretty much like this. And actually with this piece, I have been fortunate enough to complete the Holy Trilogy. I have a Birkin 30, a Kelly 25, and a Constance 24. I don't have all the variations, of course, but I do have 1B, 1K, 1C, which is really amazing. I feel really fortunate to have that. But with that, that is my complete updated Hermes collection. That is my complete updated Hermes collection as of October 2021. And I feel super fortunate and so lucky and blessed to have all of these pieces and to also be able to enjoy them in good health. But if you have any other questions on any of these items, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time,